I have a serious question, and this was actually, something that I've been thinking about for a minute, basically because of some things that I went through last year, and then a deep dive I did, and I don't know, it kind of led me to believe, well, this can't be the end, can it? Well, one of those questions, or the only question I really have, is are there other toxic communities that trump the Drachen Lord community? Now, this comes from me figuring out who Drachen Lord was in the first place. I did an entire deep dive on that community and him as a person. Of course, there's a whole lore behind it. Everybody knows what it is. And if you guys don't, just to give you a brief description of who Drachen Lord is and what he does and how his community became so toxic. He is a man that lives in a small town in Germany and basically provoked his fan base, into basically hating him. And it got so bad that people wound up showing up to his house because he accidentally doxed himself. And well, actually, he purposely doxed himself, and it caused this entire wave. But apparently now he's going to jail. I'm not sure if he's in jail currently, but it prompted me to ask another question. I mean, ask a question related to this whole situation, which was, are there other more toxic communities in Germany that, maybe the world should be wary of? I accidentally stumbled into the Drachen Lord niche just because that was something that was brought up jokingly from some of his fans, or haters, I guess is what they're called. And now that everything's changed, it's crazy. So YouTube removed the dislike button for a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons was to prevent the creators from allegedly getting bombarded with dislike campaigns, and that's actually exactly what that community would do. If you mentioned Drachen Lord at all, or talked about him in a good way, or tried to do anything to help him out, then they would literally find your channel and dislike as many videos as possible. And no matter how many videos you uploaded or whatever, there would be a large sum of dislikes, honestly trumping the likes on your video. But now that is completely not a thing anymore. I don't even know what they could do to troll. Like, I mean, I feel like that community is pretty much gone. Also, I mean, it's needless to say, I feel like over the years and stuff, things have died down quite a bit. I mean, it probably was at its peak of toxicity probably around like 2016 to like 2017 timeframe. And now it's kind of just like a thing of the past and stuff. People are still mildly toxic, but of course there's been so many things put in place, especially for the town that Drachenlord lives in, because, the police got calls all the time of people trying to vandalize and, basically attack Drachenlord for him provoking his fan base and stuff like that. Everything's pretty much tightly knit, tightly wrapped up and stuff at this point. So it made me think, I'm like, damn, if people were that like motivated to go after one person after that one person provoked him so bad, is there another community in Germany that is probably worse than this one that, no one really talks about, and it's just a massive community and it's underground? Or, it's just like a big buzz, and maybe everybody does know about it, and I just happen to not know. I'm just curious because I'm like, man, I mean, if had I known then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have walked so eagerly into that realm, But yeah, I just wanted to pass the question off to you guys, like. Are there any other like super toxic online communities? I should be more specific, because I know everybody's about to say one thing that I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know what everybody's going to say. They're like, well, obviously, James, there is a toxic community in Germany, as you and the world may know. I'm like, well, obviously, duh. I mean, I know that, but I'm saying like, online communities that are like super like just toxic, and it can actually be from creators that are really good creators, because it doesn't have to be the creator themselves that's bad. It could just be very, very toxic fandoms. Like, I guess I would say this, right? In America, I would say the most toxic fandom that I've personally seen, at least from YouTubers, is gotta be Dream's fandom is super, super toxic. They've done a lot of reckless things, and I can only imagine like if they know what his face actually looks like and someone gets a hold of his address and everything, like it would be chaotic. I mean, the dude has millions upon millions, like literally like 30 million followers, and a lot of them are very, very toxic. Like they're super hardcore stans, and they basically attack other people who don't take a liking to him and stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, like there's got to be something like that in Germany, you know? I mean, maybe with one of the creators that is already on the front of Germany's public eye and stuff like that. I just didn't know. And I thought it opened up for a good conversation. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm curious to hear you guys' answer and stuff like that. Because I figured, like, obviously the scene out here in America is really massive and stuff and whatnot. And of course, the only thing that I'm pretty sure we knew about from Germany that I guess people heard about even before I got into the whole German, like, reaction thing or whatever, was Drachen Lord's community. But now that the dude is pretty much locked up and he's not really doing anything crazy, they're maybe like those fans want to be a part of another toxic community, and they're like ravishly hunting for something to be a part of so they can say that, wow, I was a part of this toxic movement and da 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 da. I don't know. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. Wanted to open up a really small discussion, and that's pretty much it. See ya.